Every second you delay, you lose. Not later, not tomorrow, not one day. You lose right now. While you sit there thinking, doubting, scrolling, or waiting for motivation, someone else is moving. Someone else is getting ahead. Someone else is becoming the person you claim you want to be. Time is not your friend. Time is your judge, and it is ruthless. It doesn't care about your excuses, your fear, your comfort, or your mood. Every second that passes without action is a second you will never get back. Here's the truth. Most people are too afraid to face. You don't lose in big dramatic moments. You lose in tiny delays. 5 more minutes in bed. 1 more episode. 1 more day of I'll start tomorrow. That is where dreams die. Not in failure, but in hesitation. Every second you delay, you hand your power to someone who doesn't hesitate. You give your future away because you were too weak to act in the present. You think you have time. That lie is the biggest enemy you will ever have. Time is not waiting. Opportunity is not waiting. Success is not waiting. The world rewards speed, decisions, courage, and movement. You were not born to sit comfortable, average, and afraid. You were built to move, to build, to dominate your limitations. Action is the only language success understands, not talk, not plans, not dreams. Action. Right now, in this very moment, there is something you should be doing that you're avoiding because it's hard, uncomfortable, or scary. Good. That's the exact reason you must do it. Growth is hidden inside discomfort. Power is built when you step forward while your mind is screaming for retreat. People will tell you to relax. People will tell you to take it slow. People will tell you to enjoy life. What they really mean is stay average with us. Stay small with us. Stay stuck with us. But you are not here for average. You are here to rise. And rising requires urgency, ruthless focus, relentless execution, no delay, no mercy, no excuse. Time waits for no one. That is a truth so few people fully grasp, and yet it is the most powerful force shaping every success and every failure in the world. Every second that passes is gone forever. It will never return. You cannot rewind it, pause it, or negotiate with it. And yet, so many people live as if time is an endless luxury, as if the clock is on their side, as if tomorrow will always exist. Here's the brutal reality, it doesn't. Every second you hesitate, every second you allow yourself to drift without purpose is a second your competitors, your rivals, and the universe are taking from you. Every delay is a loss you can never recover, a chance someone else seizes while you stand frozen in indecision. The harshest truth is that life does not reward those who wait. It rewards those who move, those who act, those who understand the value of urgency. Do you see someone achieving massive success, someone dominating their industry, rising faster than their peers, building empires while others scroll endlessly on their phones? That person is not waiting for permission. That person is not asking for motivation. That person understands that every second counts and they act relentlessly. They know the clock is ticking and they refuse to give it away. Every moment you spend hesitating is a moment where your potential fades quietly in the background. You can feel it. That gnawing sense that you could be doing more, building more, achieving more, but instead you're sitting still. That is time slipping through your fingers like sand. And here's the thing. The world doesn't slow down for anyone. It doesn't pause when you are tired. It doesn't stop when you feel fear, doubt, or uncertainty. The opportunities you ignore today do not wait for your confidence to arrive. They disappear and someone else will take them because life rewards those who act before they feel ready. There's a misconception that you need the perfect plan, the perfect moment, or the perfect condition. That is a lie sold by the comfortable, by those afraid to move, by those who have resigned themselves to mediocrity. In reality, perfection is a trap. The perfect moment never comes. The perfect plan is a myth. If you wait for either, you will spend your life sitting on the sidelines while the world passes by. The secret is to act even when the timing feels imperfect. Every second is an opportunity to move closer to your goals. Every action compounds, and even the smallest step forward today is worth more than 1,000 ideas left unexecuted. Time is not a resource you can recover. It is a non-renewable currency. And the richest, most successful people in history understood this instinctively. They treated every second as sacred, every moment as a chance to rise, to dominate, to win. They refused to squander it. Now imagine your life in 5 years if you continue to delay. Every single day of hesitation adds up. Days become weeks, Weeks become months, months become years, and suddenly you realize that the life you wanted was slipping past you while you were busy waiting, thinking, or doubting. That is the reality of time. It is unforgiving, and it is relentless. If you want to win, if you want to rise above mediocrity, if you want to leave a mark that lasts, you must treat every second as a weapon, as a tool, as an opportunity to act, to move, to achieve. Stop wasting it. Stop negotiating with it. Stop pretending it is on your side. It is neutral. It will give nothing to those who hesitate, and it will give everything to those who seize it. Every second you delay is a moment gone forever, a chance lost forever, and a future stolen by your own inaction. You have it in your hands right now to act, to move, to dominate, to make the seconds count. The clock is ticking, and it doesn't care about excuses, fear, or comfort. Are you going to wait, or are you going to win? Hesitation is your biggest enemy, and yet it is the one most people willingly embrace. Every day, countless opportunities vanish, not because people lack talent, intelligence, or resources, but because they hesitate. They freeze at the edge of action, waiting for clarity, courage, or confirmation that will never arrive. Hesitation is the silent assassin of dreams, quietly robbing potential, momentum, and progress while the mind convinces itself it is being careful or strategic. Stop fooling yourself. Hesitation is not carefulness. It is cowardice disguised as prudence. Every moment you pause, every second you linger in doubt, someone else is moving, someone else is seizing the life, career, or success that could have been yours. Think about it. How many times have you delayed starting something important because the timing wasn't right, or because fear whispered that you might fail? That whisper is a lie. That whisper is hesitation trying to control you, to keep you small, to ensure that you stay safe while your potential rots. The most successful people in the world understood this instinctively. They didn't wait for courage to arrive. They acted despite fear. They didn't wait for certainty. They moved with boldness. They knew that hesitation never solves anything, never improves results, and never brings opportunities closer. It only pushes them further away, leaving regret in its wake. Hesitation is seductive because it feels like protection. It feels like patience, but in reality, it is theft. Every second spent hesitating is a second stolen from your future. Every day you linger in indecision is a day someone else is claiming what could have been yours. The problem is, hesitation is not obvious. It does not scream. It whispers. It creeps in quietly when you tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow. I'll wait until I feel ready. I'll think about it first. And then days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and months into years. The life you imagined, the goals you set, the empire you dreamed of slowly drifts away while you stand still, paralyzed by hesitation. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is movement in the presence of fear. Action is the cure for hesitation, and it doesn't require confidence, clarity, or permission. It requires only a decision to move, to start, to risk, to engage with life rather than sit back and watch it pass. Every second you hesitate, opportunities shrink, confidence erodes, and momentum dies. Hesitation is like quicksand. The longer you remain, the harder it becomes to escape. And here's the truth most people ignore. Life does not wait for the hesitant. It rewards the bold, the decisive, the relentless. People who hesitate are left behind, not because they were incapable, but because they were too slow to act. Think of the entrepreneurs who launched before everything was perfect, the athletes who stepped into the arena before they felt ready, the leaders who made decisions while others froze. Their success was not luck. It was the opposite of hesitation. They understood that action, not contemplation, is the engine of results. And you can do the same, but only if you recognize that hesitation is the enemy. Every time you pause, you are losing. Every moment spent debating, doubting, or delaying is a moment when life is happening to someone else and someone else is moving ahead while you stand still. Break the cycle. Decide now to act despite uncertainty. Decide now to move despite fear. Decide now to take the step that hesitation has kept you from taking. Momentum comes from movement. Success comes from decisions. Opportunity comes to those who refuse to hesitate. Hesitation will always be your biggest enemy, but only if you allow it to be. Small delays have a way of accumulating into massive losses, and yet so few people realize the quiet danger hiding in procrastination. One extra hour of scrolling, one more minute spent doubting, one tiny moment of choosing comfort over action may feel insignificant at the time, But those seconds compound into missed opportunities, unfulfilled potential, and dreams that fade before they are fully realized. Success is not decided in grand gestures alone. It is built in the micro decisions, the subtle actions that happen day after day. Every small delay matters because the world does not pause for your hesitation. While you linger in comfort, someone else is seizing the moment, taking steps forward, and turning tiny advantages into life-changing results. Think about it. 5 minutes of distraction may seem harmless, but repeated daily over a year, that becomes countless hours. Hours that could have been spent learning, building, networking, creating, and dominating your field. Those small delays are invisible thieves, quietly stealing the life you could have had while you convince yourself you are just waiting for the right time. The truth is, there is no perfect time. Waiting for clarity, waiting for readiness, waiting for luck. All of it is just delay dressed up in excuses. Small delays are dangerous because they are disguised as harmless comfort. They do not feel urgent, and that is why they go unnoticed until it is too late. The person who hesitates over one small decision today is often the same person watching someone else achieve what they dreamed of tomorrow. Every second spent hesitating is momentum wasted. Every day delayed is progress stolen. And the harshest reality is that small delays set a pattern. Once your mind learns to accept small inaction, it becomes easier to justify bigger inaction, larger hesitation, and longer procrastination. Your future is constructed in the present, and those who delay even slightly are building a foundation of weakness, while others are constructing empires. Small delays are deceptive because they are easy to ignore. You tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow, I'll do it later. One day won't make a difference, but one day compounded into 1 week, 1 month, and then years creates a chasm between where you are and where you could have been. The consequences are huge, yet invisible until you reach the point where you look back and see time has slipped through your fingers. Success is rarely about one giant leap. It is about 1,000 small steps taken consistently. And every step delayed is a step lost forever. If you want to dominate your field, if you want to rise faster than your peers, you must recognize the power of immediacy. Take action now. Start now. Push forward now. Because the smallest hesitation today is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary tomorrow. Your competitors, your peers, and even strangers are not waiting for you to decide. They are moving, building, acting, and capitalizing on every second you waste. That is the reality. Small delays may feel harmless in the moment, but they create a snowball effect that grows with every day, every hour, and every minute of indecision. If you want to be exceptional, you must treat every second as vital. You must act immediately, decisively, and relentlessly. You must understand that the little delays you allow yourself are not insignificant. They are the chains that will hold you back if you let them. Momentum is earned by movement, not by waiting. Every small delay ignored is a victory stolen by someone else. Every tiny hesitation compounds into massive consequences. The life you want, the goals you chase, the dreams you dare to imagine, they will only exist if you stop delaying and start acting today. Comfort is the silent killer of ambition, the invisible cage that keeps people small, mediocre, and stagnant. Most people are addicted to comfort without even realizing it. They chase convenience, crave ease, and settle into routines that feel safe, secure, and familiar. But here's the truth. Comfort is a trap. It lulls your mind into believing you are doing enough, when in reality, you are doing just enough to remain average. Every moment spent in comfort is a moment that success, growth, and greatness are slipping further out of your reach. The problem is that comfort feels good in the moment. It provides temporary relief from fear, struggle, and effort. It whispers sweet lies like, you deserve a break or you've done enough for today. And while you indulge in that fleeting ease, someone else is waking up, grinding, learning, building, and moving toward the life they claim they want. The world does not reward comfort. It rewards courage, discomfort, and relentless action. Think about the most successful people in history. None of them got there by staying comfortable. None of them achieved greatness by choosing ease over challenge. Every champion, every leader, every entrepreneur, every titan of their field embraced struggle, sought discomfort, and refused to let comfort dictate their pace. Comfort is seductive because it hides the danger behind a false sense of security. You feel safe, but safety is a lie. Every day you spend avoiding discomfort is another day you are training your mind to accept mediocrity. Another day you are preparing yourself to settle for a life far smaller than what you are capable of. Growth happens in pain, challenge, and resistance. Progress comes when you step outside your comfort zone, when you push boundaries, when you act despite fear, uncertainty, and difficulty. Comfort is the enemy because it tricks you into thinking that doing nothing is acceptable, that waiting is harmless, that avoiding struggle is wise. It is the slow poison of dreams. While you are cozy, someone else is seizing the opportunities that could have been yours. Every moment you linger in comfort, momentum fades, potential erodes, and ambition shrinks. Comfort is not neutrality, it is regression. It is the mind's way of convincing you that stagnation is safety, but safety is the enemy of growth. If you want to dominate, to rise, to leave a mark that others envy, you must treat comfort as the battlefield it truly is. You must embrace challenge as your training ground, discomfort as your fuel, and struggle as your teacher. The moment you step into discomfort, the moment you refuse the ease that so many chase, you gain an advantage that no one can take away from you. That is where winners are made. The world is full of people waiting for the easy path, hoping for shortcuts, clinging to comfort while time passes them by. But you are not meant to be ordinary. You are not built to stay safe, to wait, to hesitate, to relax while others move. True power, true achievement, and true success are reserved for those who willingly face the struggle. Those who understand that the uncomfortable path is the only path that leads to greatness. Comfort is not your friend, it is a trap, and only those who recognize it, challenge it, and push through it will reach heights others only dream of. Every step into discomfort is a step toward dominance. Every rejection of ease is a step toward mastery. And every moment you refuse to settle is a moment you claim power over your life. If you continue to seek comfort, you will find yourself small, ordinary, and trapped. But if you embrace the challenge, refuse ease, and move relentlessly, you will achieve what others cannot even imagine. Action is the only language success understands, and yet so many people spend their lives talking, planning, and dreaming while failing to move. Ideas are worthless without execution. Dreams are empty unless backed by relentless effort. Plans are illusions if they are never acted upon. Success does not listen to intentions, it does not wait for readiness, and it does not reward hesitation. The world only responds to those who act, who make decisions, and who push forward regardless of fear, doubt, or uncertainty. Think about it, countless. People have brilliant ideas, detailed strategies, and perfect visions of what they want to achieve, but the difference between them and the few who dominate their fields is execution. The people who succeed are not necessarily smarter, luckier, or more talented. They are doers. They move while others hesitate. They act while others debate. They push forward while others wait for a sign that will never come. Every second you delay, every moment you spend in indecision is a second wasted that could have been used to build, create, and grow. Action is not just movement. It is the signal to the universe, to the world, and to yourself that you are serious about your goals. Success responds to movement. It rewards decisiveness, courage, and relentless execution. You cannot outsource action. You cannot delegate the responsibility of moving toward your dreams to someone else. You cannot wish, pray, or hope your way to the results you want. Action is the currency of achievement. That is why winners are made of those who act first, act boldly, and act consistently. Every action, no matter how small, compounds over time into momentum, confidence, and results. In contrast, hesitation breeds stagnation, regret, and mediocrity. People talk about success as if it is something you discover passively, as if it is waiting around the corner. That is a lie. Success is earned in motion. It is built in the grind, in the repetition, in the relentless pursuit of goals that seem impossible until action makes them inevitable. The secret is to act before you feel ready, to move before all conditions are perfect, to push forward while others wait for a better time that will never come. Every moment you spend thinking without doing is a lost opportunity, a missed advantage, a gap your competitors exploit. Action is also the antidote to fear. Most people hesitate because they are afraid of failure, rejection, or criticism. Action removes fear because fear only exists in the mind of the inactive. Once you act, momentum builds, confidence grows, and obstacles become manageable. Those who act dominate because movement breeds results, and results breed influence, power, and opportunity. There is no shortcut, no magic formula, and no substitute for execution. The world is unforgiving to those who wait. Opportunity is fleeting. Time is relentless. Only action guarantees progress. If you want to rise, to achieve, to build a life others envy, you must commit to acting relentlessly. Stop debating, stop overthinking, stop waiting for inspiration, readiness, or clarity. They are illusions that delay your destiny. Decide, move, push, and execute now, and the world will respond. Success understands only one language, and that language is action. Speak it fluently, relentlessly, and without hesitation, and the life you dream of will become the life you live. Urgency creates winners, and yet so few people understand the power that comes from moving with speed, decisiveness, and relentless intensity. Most people live as if tomorrow is guaranteed, as if there will always be another chance to act, another opportunity to try, another day to start. That is a lie the world tells you to keep you small, safe, and stagnant. Winners understand that time is finite, that opportunity waits for no one, and that action taken now compounds into power, influence, and success that cannot be bought or inherited. Urgency is not panic. It is focus, clarity, and relentless execution, combined with an awareness that every second counts. It is the knowledge that hesitation, delay, and procrastination are silent assassins of ambition. The difference between those who achieve extraordinary results and those who fade into mediocrity is not talent, luck, or education. It is urgency. Every second wasted, every moment delayed is a chance someone else seizes, a step forward for your competition, a window of opportunity closing that you may never reclaim. Think about the people who dominate industries, who rise faster than anyone else, who achieve feats others call impossible. They move before conditions are perfect. They act before they feel ready, and they pursue relentlessly while others wait for the right time. Urgency is a mindset, a discipline, a lifestyle. It is the refusal to accept delay, the refusal to settle for average, and the refusal to wait while others create their legacy. It is built on understanding that opportunity is fleeting and that action is the only thing that transforms potential into results. Urgency forces clarity. It eliminates distraction. It channels your energy into the most important tasks, the actions that truly move the needle, the decisions that shape your destiny. People who lack urgency float through life, drifting from task to task, waiting for motivation or inspiration while their peers sprint past, building empires with the time they refuse to waste. Every moment you delay, every decision you put off, multiplies the gap between you and those who move with purpose. Urgency also builds momentum. The faster you act, the quicker results come, and the more energy, confidence, and clarity you gain to push even further. It is self-reinforcing. Action breeds success. Success fuels motivation, and motivation accelerates action. That is why winners do not wait for the perfect plan. They start now, iterate, adjust, and move relentlessly. Urgency demands accountability. It forces you to confront your fears, overcome your excuses, and push beyond comfort, hesitation, and distraction. When you live with urgency, every second is valuable, every decision matters, and every opportunity becomes a chance to gain an edge. There is no time to waste on indecision, overthinking, or waiting for external validation. The world rewards those who act fast, think quickly, and execute relentlessly. Waiting guarantees nothing. Urgency guarantees momentum, progress, and domination. You can choose to float with the crowd, or you can choose to move with intensity. You can let the clock dictate your pace, or you can dictate your own speed. Winners choose the latter. They know that speed, decisiveness, and relentless execution create opportunities that others will never see. Every second counts, and the more urgent you are, the FU. Fear ahead you rise, the faster you achieve, and the more unstoppable you become. Urgency is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary, between mediocrity and mastery, between watching life pass by and taking control of it with absolute authority. The clock does not wait, and neither should you. So hear me clearly. If you wait, you lose. If you hesitate, you lose. If you overthink, you lose. Every second you delay is your future slipping through your fingers like sand. Stand up, move now, decide now, act now. Because the world doesn't remember the people who waited, it only remembers the ones who moved. The clock is ticking, and it doesn't care about you. What are you going to do about it?